Like, just tell me your symptoms. Professional with expertise, say you can trust my wisdom. Say it never has, I come get some. I'm the hood doctor. I'm seeing hundreds of patients a day. Schedule an appointment, come see me today. I got some shit they could really sedate, so be careful with that. You say you been having trouble with sleeping, and I just gonna help you with that. Doctors been selling that good lullaby. I put the foot on their back.
Hood doctor, yeah. What you need, I can give you what you wanna. Anxiety.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the recovery room. And I am your girl, Dr. Chocolate, your host for today and every day after this. If life really humbled you, or if love definitely played in your face, or if you're finally choosing yourself, come on in the room. Take a seat because healing starts here. And today we're choosing peace over pain. Now let's get into it. You know what I'm talking about? Peace over pain, my baby. No more. What Mary said? No more pain. No more pain. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Just pretend it was in my Mary voice. Anyways, you know I definitely brought the clips. We're gonna let these people speak to us. You know what I'm saying? We want them to bring us in the room. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into it.
The worst thing about a healing process after a breakup, it's when you realize, what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I go through all the hurt and pain through trying to make this person love me, care about me, treat me right? Those are the things that actually bothers you after your healing process.
That's a fact right there. That's a fact because you gotta really ask yourself questions and the answers may hurt. But it's best that you ask them. You know what I'm saying? And maybe even write it down, you know? Because the best time to critique yourself and make yourself better is truly after a heartbreak. I believe it to be.
To the point some people would say, I could actually take my soul out of my body and run a fade. Why was I so stupid? And that bothers some people because it bothered me.
Right.
And I know a lot of people, when they come to certain relationships and you realize that you were really tripping over nothing. You accepted so much shit for nothing.
Why do we be accepting all the shit for nothing? It's crazy because the thing is, when you working too hard to make something work, we need to learn how to quit. You know what I'm saying? You're working too hard to make something work. When things work, they usually work easy. I'm not saying it doesn't take hard work to make a relationship, but if it's one-sided and if you got to work too hard for that, it's really telling you something, in my opinion, because love seems like it should be kind of easy and not hard, you know?
And you're going to be like, how was I thinking? Like, I know you're at peace right now, but that one thing right there actually bothers you. No cap. From wrong to wrong. For real.
For real. He ain't lying. He is not lying now, you know? I don't know if we all done been there. I don't want to say we all done been there, but I've definitely been in a hurt and pain situation. And you really be sitting there like, I tried so hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you be sitting, especially when you know you doing too much to be with a person. Like, you like begging and pleading, you know what I'm saying? Baby, please stay. Like, that's already like red flags and you don't even know it, you know? And I hate to say I've been there before, you know what I'm saying? I was truly much younger when I was baby pleasing, you know what I'm saying? And when I look back on that, it wasn't even love, it was lust. And sometimes you really gotta ask yourself, is it that too? Because sometimes we not even in love. We in a big strong lust, you know, because everything is feeling good. It seems good. We laughing, you know. It's the romance is good, and all these things will lead you to believe that you are in love, but you never even been through a thing with that person. When you think about it, like, what did y'all go through? Did y'all go through anything that could really possess you to think that we're in love, or was you guys just dating and you was just happy? They were beautiful, they were sexy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the romance was good. Like if those are like your only things, it's already bad. Oh, he just so fine. She just so fine. And her skills is mad. You know what I'm saying? He got mad skills. We really got to think about that, guys. Like for real. Sometimes we be tripping.
3 months post breakup, and let me tell you the 3 things that I've learned. Number 1, have compassion for yourself. Healing is not linear by any stretch of the imagination, right? You're going to have good days where you feel like, whoo, I dodged a bullet. Like, I'm so great. I've been winning so much at life. I'm so glad that is over with. I feel much better and at peace.
Exactly. It's almost like for real, losing a loved one, like them actually being gone, resting in peace and things. So, those first weeks stay hard, those first months stay hard. They absolutely hard. And then, it gets somewhat easier, but it still doesn't go away. So have compassion for yourself and just know that everybody deals with pain differently, and some people may get over it faster than others, but your time is your time, and take all the time you need.
And then you're going to have other days where you're like, nah, I got to let them know where they had me effed up at. You're going to break no contact. You're going to, try to fight one last time. Listen, I feel like, I'm not a therapist, I feel like you need a good mix of both to really come to acceptance and peace about it. Go a little crazy one time. Listen, like I said, I'm not.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little crash out. Don't get too carried away. Don't crash out too much, because then you're gonna have them, with the big head, or have them feeling whatever they feeling. So, don't let it last too long, okay? At some point in time, you got to block that number and block that Facebook and block that social media. You don't want to be messaging them. You can get your good crash out in that first month. That's all you're gonna get. If you go into the second month still trying to crash out, at that point you're gonna need a little bit more help.
I'm no therapist, but I feel like a mix of all.
Right, I'm not no therapist, but I do believe what she's saying. A mix of everything. A little crash out, a little crying, a little, a little bit of everything. Whatever you need, a little sad music, little rap music, little hard music. You got to go up and down.
All of that really gives me the closure that I'm really looking for. Number 2, let go of the idea that you're going to get closure from this person.
But closure, how you tripping? When you out there searching for closure, it'll have you tripping. And then this is the thing. What makes you think they absolutely owe you closure? And why do you feel owed closure? You got to close the door yourself. You be the closure. You don't need nobody to explain to you why they don't want to be with you or what happened. You don't need none of that. You need to close that door yourself. If you didn't get no closure when it ended, don't seek it. Don't go out and reach it. If that person didn't give it to you voluntarily, don't beg for it. Close the door yourself and just let it go.
Especially if they're a dismissive avoidant like my ex was. They weren't hugged or loved as children, so they show up very emotionless and heartless when it comes to relationships. And so that idea that let's just have one last conversation, because just because we're not together doesn't mean that we have to hate each other. Listen, you're not going to get closure from that person. You have to let go of the idea that you're going to get some kind of peace or ending from that other person. You got to find it your own kind of way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, man, you'll be walking around with your head cut off waiting for them, wishing for them to just tell you why. And that's what you be sitting there thinking. And you know what the thing is? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you really be wanting closure. I think that whole closure thing is really be just still want to be together. I don't really think you really want closure. I feel like when you looking for that, it's just because you want them to explain why they closing the door so you can try to explain why they should open it back. You know what I'm saying? So just close the door. Don't look for that. Because that's all it really is. I don't think people really be looking for closure. I think people be looking for a glance, you know what I mean? Just a piece of way back in type thing. And maybe I'm wrong. But ask yourself, what do you think it really was when you asked for closure? Me thinking right now, okay, let's just say I'm talking about myself, right? When I was trying to seek the closure, I wasn't trying to seek the closure. So I'll be honest and say that. I don't want to speak for the world, you know what I'm saying, or the 33 people that might watch this. Hey, shout out to y'all. I don't want to speak for that, you know what I'm saying? But I do want to speak for myself. And when I thought I was seeking closure, I wasn't seeking closure. I was literally just trying to get him to talk to me again. You know what I'm talking about? So let's not do that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not do that. Because that's truly what I think the closure mean when you asking for it. You're not asking for closure, you asking for an opener.
And 3 is the letting go and detaching, right? I had such a problem detaching from people is because if you didn't beat me or you didn't cheat on me, we can work through the rest. We don't have to end it this way, right? And mind you, in January, I had bought an engagement ring for this person. So I was ready to spend the rest of my life with them. That's not so easy to let go of. And the way that I was able to detach is that I realized I thought through everything that I had did in the relationship, right? All the fighting I had did, all the rationale I had tried to do, all of the making up that I had tried to do to try to salvage the relationship, right? And when I lay my head on that pillow at night, I know that I did everything possible to do right by that person and that relationship, right?
And sometimes enough is just not enough. It ain't nothing else you can do because one thing about when a person is done, they're done. So, even with you not wanting them to be done, they still done. You can't change that. She bought a ring, to be prepared to propose to that person who was nowhere near ready for that. And then you got to ask yourself, you know, when you have that mentality, such as this nice young lady right here, uh, and she was willing to buy this ring, right? When you had that mentality and you buying that ring, did you feel like she was gonna say yes? Did you feel like, when you in that place and you know what I'm saying, and you ready to get married, do you feel like they want to marry you too? Or is this a one-sided thing? Have y'all had any conversations about getting married? Do you feel like they would take that ring? Because I've seen some people propose and get turned away, and it's like, wait a minute, did you not know? Or are you the only one that thought y'all was in love? So man, be careful because she was trying to detach herself, but she had already bought a ring. This other woman was already halfway out the door, probably had been gone, while she was still falling more in love. It's so weird where we can be. It seemed like we are both in one place, but we really not.
And so for me, I'm at peace with that. Listen, heartbreak is not easy, but ever since the relationship has been done for me, I have been winning in every other aspect of life. Financially, spiritually, career-wise, everything has just been going excellent. So it makes it very hard to be sad about something. And for me, relationally, it'll come, right? God will give me what I've been looking for in due time. And for me, I'm willing to wait for it because it's going to be worth it.
Facts, 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 facts. You gotta absolutely wait for it, and you can't really look for it, is what they say. So that's another thing. So and then you see what she said. She been winning in every aspect, and sometime when you truly let go ahead and let go and get to healing, you will win too. Cause healing is winning. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. When you heal, you're winning. You automatically winning because you healing. So baby, you take that time that you need for yourself, and you get ready to be the best you ever. You know what I'm saying? And just know, as you get older, you will really realize, but when you're younger, you think there's nobody else out there. And what I've come to learn that it's always someone else out there. You know what I'm saying? You probably can't be looking for it, you can't be waiting for it, you can't be hoping for it. You gotta possibly just let it come and it'll probably show right up. So just chill out, work on yourself, do the things you need to do for you. Try your best to make yourself happy. I think that's like a bigger thing. If you're looking for happiness inside another person, you'll never find it. You know what I'm saying? So try your hardest to give yourself happiness and don't be the person that need someone else to make you happy, or you will forever probably be heartbroken, like for real. And that's just from me, for real.
Change a person needs to make is breaking up. I can't heal when I'm in a relationship with a person that's hurting me, that's
Mm. And some of us be out here getting hurt and accepting it for love. And he just said something powerful. Sometimes you have to break up to heal. Damn. Damn. You wondering why you in this relationship, you begging and pleading for this person, and you want them to do but right by you, and they never do right by you, and you still there hurting. You cannot heal. Ain't no way you gonna heal while you continuously letting them hurt you. Absolutely gotta break up.
triggering me, that is enabling me. I can't change if I'm in a relationship where I'm codependent. I need to find my voice. I lost myself within you. You think I'm breaking up with you because I don't want to be with you no more. No, I'm breaking up with you because I don't know who I am anymore.
Hey, and when you get to that place and you crying on your pillow, thinking about how you just want them and want them, and you know that's not what you used to, you gotta question yourself. Why am I over here crying? And this is the question we should be asking ourselves too. Why are you crying this hard for a person that's you think loves you, but apparently that's not the case. You love them. You know what I'm saying? Like you over here hurting, waiting on them to call you. They not calling you, going through the motions and all of that, and you calling it love. Nah, that can't be it. Ain't no way that's love. I seen love, and that wasn't it.
lost me when I found you, and this is unhealthy. I know you want to make this breakup about what you aren't doing and what we could have did better, but it ain't about that. It's like I can't do this. I want to be healed, whole, and healthy again, and I can't be that when I'm with you. Sometimes you know a person is serious about change when a breakup happens. Because now I can focus 100% on me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for a lot of people, that's what breakups is for. Like, even if you're on the receiving end of the breakup, you don't know why that other person broke up with you. Sometimes it may be for another person, and sometimes it may be because they are losing their self. You know what I'm saying? And they want to find their self again, and they see that they wasn't the person they wanted to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you gotta let them go. Cause you don't want nobody staying with you miserable. You don't never want to force anybody to be with you. That's not okay. So when you begging and pleading, it's almost like forcing them. When you cry and saying you'll do stuff to yourself to harm or hurt yourself like that, you know, things like that, it just it'll get you. And I can't believe I got this open panel thing down here. I just seen it, y'all. I know y'all like, what? I'm not going to edit it. No, I'm not. But anyways, we are going to continue. Well, we're going to get right to our very next lovely lady.
Ladies, if you really want to be done with that man, you're going to have to block him. And you're going to have to stop looking at him. You're going to have to stop yourself from looking back. This man has completely, shown you he don't care. You got to move on and you got to stop looking back. In order for God to bless you with somebody else, you have to fully release the last person. You don't want to take what you went through with the last person into a situation with your new person. So in order to be
Man, absolutely, man. And I advise you not to even talk to your new person all about your last relationship. That ain't even a business. We don't got to sit up there and give a whole rundown, because sometimes, guys, that actually doesn't work in your favor. while you thinking, oh, I'm going to tell this man how this man treated me, and I'm going to tell him how I'm not going to never accept that type of treatment again. Now this man sitting here looking at you thinking to himself, I know exactly what she'll take. And it's probably the same with when a man is telling a woman, you know what I'm saying? She probably looking right at him like, oh, he is saying, I know what I could do. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. Don't watch how you move with that. Everything ain't to be told. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, especially if you was in some type of physical or verbal abuse type relationship, then you definitely don't want to come in telling that next person because you thinking that they're just gonna be this knight in shining armor, and sometimes they just there to set you up. They just there to bring you in for a minute and then start to treat you just like the last person. So don't do that. I suggest you either don't talk about it at all or only mention, it's just like, if you have a child and their father or mother's not there and you don't want to talk bad about them, because you want people to form their own opinion. Don't do that because now you're probably giving them a way to form an opinion about you by talking about what you accepted from your last person. So don't do that because you are a new person now, and we don't want to bring that over here like she said. That's not what we want to do.
Blessed, you're going to have to fully disconnect. You're going to have to fully stop looking. You're going to have to fully let go. And you'll know when you're ready to let go. You will know in your heart when you're ready to be done. And when you are ready, you're not going to look back. You ain't going to be checking your social media. You ain't going to be checking to see if he called or text you. Like, you going to know when you done. And it's okay not to be done right now. I've been there 1,000 times before, so I know how you feel. But, yeah, when you ready to be done and when you ready to let go, you're going to have to stop looking back.
Absolutely got to stop looking back. And baby girl, 1,000 times, baby girl. Well, you perfect to be here and tell us this then because you got experience.
Even though you can't see what's in front of you, even though you don't know what God has for you, know that God always has better. God has never taken something that I thought was good for me and then give me better. Each time God took something from me, he gave me better. Whether it was a better car, whether it was a better house, whether it was a better man, whether it was a better job, whatever, it was better. So you just got to trust him. I don't know if y'all ever see.
And if you don't believe in God, then just believe in better. Believe in that. Believe in positive. Believe in things getting better for your good, working out for your good. That's the thing you can definitely believe in.
The picture of God taking the little small teddy bear from the little girl and he has a bigger one behind his back. That's really and literally how it goes. You gotta also make it to where this person can't spin a block, because a lot of the times what guys will do is they'll try to put you down, go deal with the next female or the next few women, or go double back to that baby mama or whoever they're gonna go deal with, and then they'll try to spin a block. You got to make sure all doors is closed. Sometimes women have a habit of doing things where we'll block them from our phone, but then still be friends on social media, or we'll block them on social media and not have them blocked on our phone, or like we just do crazy stuff.
Right, basically leaving it open. Don't leave it open. Don't leave that one open, and don't leave an answer open. Don't be looking out the side of your eye. Don't be peeping through the window. Don't be looking at your friend phone who's still friends with him or her. Don't do that. Because some people use their friends and they mutual friends and get to calling in, what's she doing? How was her day? What he doing? Don't do none of that. Don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Play bingo on your phone or something.
Like they're leaving the doors open. Don't leave the doors open. You got to make sure that person don't find you where they left you at. And you also got to let them know it can't go down like that. You can't go do what you want to do and then come back. No, you got to close those doors and move on.
Facts. Absolutely have to close those doors. Because the more you leave them open, the more they come running, And there's people that love to come back, that love to play that spin the block game, whether it be for sexual reasons or if they finally feel like, you're the best I ever had. I apologize. I don't know why I did you like that. And guess what? They don't know why they did you like that. And as soon as you let them in, they ain't gonna know why they did you like that again. Okay? So you know what I'm talking about. Be easy, you know what I'm saying? And no, don't be weak in the knees to spin that block too fast. Just know There's a new block to go on. You could turn a whole nother level. You don't gotta go the same way you went. You don't gotta bust a U-turn. You can go straight. Okay? Yes, you can. Mm-hmm.
The relationship has ended and you don't know what to do. The number one thing you have to do is stop looking back. You have to understand it ended for a reason. And not everything that you lost was meant to stay.
And you know what? It don't matter if you understand what the reason was. It don't matter if you ever find out what the reason was. Because some of it's, like we said, that closure. It ended for a reason. Just know there's a reason. And even if it's nothing else but they don't want to be with you no more, that is absolutely enough.
So stop replaying memories like they didn't come with confusion, even stress and red flags. You got to be honest with yourself about the whole story. You cannot heal if you keep being delusional about what hurt you. And right now, I need you to lock in. I need you to move forward with discernment. Because
Did he just call us delusional? I think he did. And you know what? Thank you, brother. Because sometimes you need to be finding you somewhere to be when you brokenhearted, and y'all lucky now. You got social media, they got groups. Facebook got a group for everything. So I know for a fact Facebook got a group for brokenhearted. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact it do. And so you got so many things now. You got like little Reddit pages where they got brokenhearted groups, and you got probably special parts of Twitter. Who knows? You got somewhere to go now. Gonna go over there. Go there and talk to your fellow brokenhearted people. Y'all can be brokenhearted together and heal together, and everybody can share ways to do such.
closure is not always a conversation. Sometimes it's a decision. Please stop checking their page. Stop riding by their house and even their mother house. No more late nights thinking about what if. Next time.
Right. He say don't pull up to the barbecue because cuz invited you and you want to go over there because you still cool with cuz. Don't do that. Okay? Don't. Don't run up to the party because family still messing with you. And right now it's a situation. And it's a situation, and you don't want to cause no scenes because that's all you're gonna do. Go ahead and let's talk to our other friends and tell them about how we wish we could go to that party, but we ain't gonna go, and call your homie so they can say, girl, don't go to that party, boy, don't you do that.
What I want you to do is I want you to pray. I know it's old school, but I want you to pray and ask God, is this the person for me? So you won't walk into a relationship blind, but you'll have wisdom. And let's be honest, how many times you felt something off, but still stayed? And you got such a big heart, you gave chances after chances, and all they did was just walk all over you. Listen, you don't need more answers. You don't need one last conversation. All you need to do is ask God to pull you out of it and guard your heart with the word of God so the enemy don't pull you back in. Don't tie your life to someone that's already disconnected spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Because you have to remember, everything that comes in your life may not be meant for your life. Proverbs 4:23. It says, above all else, guard your heart. It says, for everything you do flows through it. Be careful what you give access to your heart. We guard our house, we guard our car, we guard our phone. But one thing we don't guard is our heart. And I'm going to be honest with you, my friend. Everybody do not deserve access to you. Move on and let God lead you. God bless you.
That's a fact, man. Everybody do not deserve access to us. And sometimes we just be giving access to the wrong people. So, but most of the time I will give credit to it being age. Now some of us old dummies that's still out here doing it, I don't know what to say. But to the young folks, hey, time heals all, and you're gonna grow, and you're gonna look back and you're gonna be laughing at this stuff. You gonna laugh at that pain. You are not gonna believe it. You're gonna hear a song and you're gonna laugh at the song because you're gonna be like, girl, I thought I was so in love to this. And one day it will hopefully be funny, and be something to look back and you'll be with your new relationship, happy, just sitting there looking back like, I can't believe this. And then you will sit there and think to yourself, all I had to do was let that person go. You know what you gotta wonder? You gotta wonder, had you to let that person go faster, right? Had everything start working out even faster. But you gotta sit there and think, how long did it take me to let go? Some of you guys might be holding on a little bit longer than you should. Probably should have been let go. Okay? Let's go ahead and get to it. We got a couple more and we done, y'all. I know I've been holding you.
And when I say this, to reconnect with the person that hurt you is disrespectful to the version of you who suffered. And I say that with all the love that I have in my heart.
Okay, mama, she gonna hold our hand. See now, cause when you been through it, you know what I'm saying? Cause what you gotta do, and that's what I think. If you scared to talk to anybody, go talk to your grandmama. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to your granddaddy. If you don't want nobody in the world to know how you feel, and if you don't believe in God, and you ain't got God to talk to, or and stuff like that, if you got an elder in your family that you feel comfortable talking to, man, look, that is some of the best advice you gonna ever get. I had to throw mama in here.
Because I need you to remember her, to remember him, to remember them. The one who cried in the dark trying to hold it together. The one who questioned your own worth because someone who should have known better made you question whether you were too much or never enough. That's not okay. That version of you fought to survive that season, my love. And that version deserves your loyalty much more than the person who caused the wound, even if it's a family member. I know loneliness is powerful. Trust me when I tell you.
I had it on mute, my God. Sorry, y'all. She just said some really strong words. She said, loneliness is powerful. Bro, I get so much done alone. I'm not lonely, but it's something about that alone stuff and tuning into yourself, really, really tuning into yourself, that is absolutely powerful. Absolutely.
I know grief can make us romanticize what was and forget what it actually cost us and felt like. Know that nothing has changed, my love. And if nothing has changed, the ending is going to be exactly the same. Choosing yourself is not bitterness. It is not cruelty. It does not mean that you wish them harm or carry hatred in your heart for them. It simply means that your peace and your love for yourself is no longer negotiable, that you matter, not eventually, not someday, right now. Some doors feel very familiar. Know that familiar is not the same thing as safe. Leave that door closed, my beloved. You've paid that cost multiple times. Now it's time to collect the reward for respecting yourself enough for having done so. I love you.
Man, I couldn't even cut her off because she didn't need no help. I don't, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no, man, what can I say after that? You know what I'm saying? I should have let her go off last. Honestly and truly, she should have been the last thing said. But what she did say that I hope y'all heard was to choose yourself. Damn. Choose yourself. That's, look, okay? Choose yourself, okay? Now, I want to add a little something before I get to the last clip, on, how you need to be healing, yourself. And I spoke a little bit about it, you know what I'm saying? Finding a support system, attending or engaging in-person or online support groups can provide a safe environment to help you cope. It's also healing to share your feelings and challenges with those in similar situations. And sometimes it's harder to talk to your bestie and your mom and dad, and they don't care, they just didn't like that person. They only care, they mad because that person hurt you. So, at the moment, you're not really mad that they hurt you. You just hurt that you're hurting. So you don't really want to hear them aggressively go off about that. So it's probably best to try to find a more group that's already on what you own. So, and I know there's places that you can do. I know they have support groups probably locally in your town. And then we know that there's support groups on Facebook and probably also Reddit. So if you watching this and you understanding what I'm saying about talking to your immediate family and your immediate friends, and you know that every time you talk to them, they're just like, forget him, forget her, and sometimes that's not what you need to hear at that moment. Your heart is broke and you're still in love with these people. You don't pretty much care to hear any of that. So I could see how it would benefit you from being in a situation with other people just like you. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get to my last clip, and then y'all know how we do it. We're going to get ready to exit up out of here.
You with anything, I want to leave you with this. Hear me clearly when I say this. There are people who come in your life sometimes to be there for a season. They weren't meant to be there always. Sometimes we find ourselves hooked up with people that we think are there for a lifetime, but they were only supposed to be there for a season. There are people who come in your life like boosters for a rocket. If you ever watch a rocket go into space, the boosters fall off when it reaches a certain altitude. Some people are not equipped to handle the altitudes that you're going to. So don't be afraid when they fall off. They're not bad people. They just couldn't go where you're going.
Man, look, and I don't care how the message came, you know what I'm saying? But did you get the message? Whether you like him or you don't, it was still a message, right? Whew, and with that being said, remembering healing isn't about pretending it never happened. It's about making sure it doesn't keep happening and doesn't happen again. Protect your peace, know your worth, and never be afraid to choose you. If today's conversation helped you, like, subscribe, and join the Dr. Chocolate family. Until next time, the recovery room is always open, and I am glad you are here. I will see you in the next one.
Like, just tell me your sins. I'm professional with expertise. Say you can trust my wisdom. Say it never has, I come get some. I'm the hood doctor. I'm seeing hundreds of patients a day. Schedule an appointment, come see me today. I got some shit that can really sedate, so be careful with that. You say you been having trouble with sleeping at night, this gon' help you with that. Doctors been selling that good lullaby. I put the hood on their back.
Doctor, yeah, what you need, I can give you what you wanna.